Today the topic is bacterial vaginosis. Bacterial vaginosis is nothing but the alteration of vaginal flora and its most common cause of vaginal discharge in case of reproductive age group, and etiology being the polymicrobial, Gardnerella vaginalis and anaerobic bacteria like Bacteroides mobilicus and Prevotella, Mycoplasma hominis. They replaces the lactobacilli, and their mechanism and metabolism produces the volatile amines and organic acids other than lactic acid, leading to smell and increased pH. Mobilicus produces trimethylamine, gives smell of protein of rotten fish. And Mobilicus and Bacteroides produces succinate, keto acids that raises the vaginal pH, and absence of lactic acid and production of succinate blunt the chemotactic response of polymorphonuclear leukocytes and therefore reduces their killing ability. And Bacteroides, Mobilicus, Gardnerella and Peptostreptococci and Prevotella. Remember as BAG-MP. Bacteroides, Gardnerella, Mobilicus, Peptostreptococci and Prevotella will cause the bacterial vaginosis. Bacterial vaginosis is simply the most common cause of vaginal discharge in reproductive age group. Its etiology being the polymicrobial, and Gardnerella vaginalis, Coccobacilli, surface pathogens, and anaerobic bacteria, Bacteroides, Mobilicus and Prevotella, Mycoplasma hominis. They replaces the lactobacilli. Their metabolism produces volatile amines and organic acids other than lactic acid, leading to smell and increased pH. Mobilicus produces trimethylamine, gives smell of rotten fish, and Mobilicus and Bacteroides produces succinate, which is a keto acid that raises the vaginal pH, and absence of lactic acid and production of succinate blunt the chemotactic response of PMA and leukocytes and reduces their killing ability. So remember BAG-MP. BAG-MP means Bacteroides and Gardnerella and Mobilicus. What are the predisposing factors? What are the predisposing factors of bacterial vaginosis? That is, raised vaginal pH, like with the semen after menstruation when estradiol levels rise, and decrease in lactobacilli, and by vaginal douching, repeated vaginal douchings, and the change of sexual partners, change of vaginal environment, and episodes of candida. These will increases the vaginal pH, and smoking suppresses the immune system and it will facilitate the infection, and IUCD and poor hygiene. What is the pathogenesis? It includes the enzymatic changes, that is mucinase, sialidase are elevated in the vaginal diseases. It will cause breakdown of the mucosal barrier, and hormonal changes and enzymatic changes. Hormonal changes and enzymatic changes are mainly responsible for the pathogenesis of bacterial vaginosis, and clinical picture includes asymptomatic and thin homogeneous whitish grey frothy fishy discharge. Thin homogeneous whitish grey. This is the characteristic of the discharge, that is thin homogeneous whitish grey frothy fishy discharge, and mucosal inflammation and irritation, that is vulval itching, and diagnosis is made by when pH is more than 4.5, that is around 5.7, and whiff test, amine test. Addition of 10% KOH to a sample of vaginal discharge produces a fishy odor. That is nothing but whiff test or amine test. It is a characteristic of bacterial vaginosis. And wet film, drop of vaginal secretion and drop of saline, and vaginal secretion on drop of saline will reveal the clue cells, epithelial cells covered by Coccobacilli, and most sensitive and specific, and sometimes debris and degenerating cells may be mistaken for clue cells and lactobacilli. Gram staining, 90% sensitivity and high sensitive and specific, and the diagnosis is low pH less than 5.7, whiff test, wet film, gram stain, and rapid tests like diamine test, PIP activity test card test, and proamine peptidase test, and FEM exam test card test, and DNA probe test for high concentration of Gardnerella vaginalis. Amsel's criteria is the characteristic feature. Amsel's criteria includes homogeneous discharge, pH more than 4.5, and amine test, clue cells. These all are suggestive of bacterial vaginosis, and complications of bacterial vaginosis include psychological disturbance due to the persistent discharge, foul smell, and PID, and tubal infertility, post-hysterectomy, vaginal cuff infections, and urethral syndrome, that is difficulty in urination, and UTI, and urinary disturbances, and burning micturition, etc. come under urethral syndrome, and HIV susceptibility. And obstetric complications includes the miscarriage, post-abortal. This is very important. Obstetric complications of bacterial vaginosis includes miscarriages, post-abortal sepsis, preterm labor, PPROM, PROM, and bacteremia after instrumental delivery, covariamnionitis, postpartum endometritis, and post-cesarean wound infections. And treatment includes non-pregnant women and pregnant women. In non-pregnant women, according to this, metronidazole 500 mg BD into 7 days and metronidazole gel 0.75%, that is 5 grams intravaginally once a day for 5 days, and clindamycin cream 2% intravaginally at bedtime for 7 days. Metronidazole 2 grams stat and clindamycin 300 mg BD for 7 days. So metronidazole is the main drug. It should be given for a minimum of 1 week, and clindamycin or local application of metronidazole and clindamycin and Clindo ovules 100 mg intravaginally Horus Omni for 3 days. In case of pregnant women, we should avoid the local applicants, and so we can give orally. That is, metronidazole should be given only in the third trimester and should be avoided in organogenesis period, and clindamycin 300 mg BD and lactation. Use intravaginal treatment. That is metronidazole and clindamycin, as it is excreted in breast milk when taken orally. So in case of pregnant women, we should not use local applicants. In lactation, we should not give oral medication. In non-pregnant women, we can use anything, and the recent medication is that of clindamycin ovules.